I have a message for you. I have a really important message for you. Maybe you've gotten this message. It is from higher beings. What does that mean? Higher energy fields. I want to explain how you can access it, but I want to share some very clear information today that I hope you use and heed, because this could be life-changing for you. You ready to go there? Come on, let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Higher beings, what are they? Another form, another dimension of energy, part of creation, of endless illusions. You see, we are just light forms of unconditional love, so anything that appears as separate or an individual energy field is just another illusion. But it all interacts, it all works, it's part of a game. We call this the matrix, but the truth is, the matrix is unending. There are endless matrices, and we say matrix like it's something icky or bad because, you know, the movie The Matrix didn't look so appealing when we saw what the matrix really was. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. There's no one controlling us. We are the creators, we are the makers, we are the change makers, we are the reality creators of our own individual energy fields that is also connected to everything else and thus changes absolutely everything else. Here's your message. And I did a video just prior to this about how you can get signs from higher beings and your higher self. The message is, you are limitless. You are playing a role in a form that you chose. It is neither good nor bad. It is not to be judged, but to be played out in the most positive way, to be used as a teaching field, a training field of contrast, to know all the things that you can and cannot be. Because we are just exploring unconsciousness. That's all we are. I'm here to tell you, we're ready to go into consciousness. But here's the fun part. You get to remain here as a human being in consciousness. So you get to experience being human and the challenges that come with it. But you do it on a conscious level, which means miracles. Christ walked on water, that was real. Performed miracles, changed lives, healed. But it had to be in tandem with, in participation with the other energy field that he was working with. So we get to create individual fields of adventures and journeys. And the message is, it is time for us to step into our conscious selves and shift this entire planet. This is what we came for. It is the most profound time period, false, but time period nonetheless, on our planet. And you signed up for it. Are you ready to let go of negativity, of separation, of finger pointing, of stress and anxiety, of the chatter and the ego? Are you ready to observe it? Now, if you guys are in my free videos, you know that Activate Your Magic, I teach you, and you can start this today, to observe the chatter and to no longer engage in it. You see, we have created an energy field, a low frequency, the ego, that tells us that we have limitations. That's the unconscious part of our energy field here that is going to remain there until we leave. But you can shift it. You can use it. In fact, I teach my students the power of fear. Now think about this. If you have unlimited powers here, as a human, still a human, we have a low vibration, we still have to deal with that, then you would have the ability, through going into consciousness, to be this amazing, unbelievably miracle worker, portraying yourself as an individual And knowing that every action affects every other part of you, which is the seemingly other individual, the plants, the animals. Somebody said animals don't have choice. They didn't have choice. Everything had choice because we're not separate from them. They're just an energy field. The baby is not a baby. It's an energy field in a youthful form of being human. And so we say that they're vulnerable. Well, they are. They're playing a role of vulnerability because, they're under our care. That's part of all of it. We are here now to transform. Now you get to experience humanity and now go into the field where you observe the ego, you understand it, and you move past it. You don't believe it anymore. And we master the game. And so the matrix changes. Now you guys know I'm working with a group out of British Columbia, and they're helping people create entire homesteads and retreats, no money, generating income, 30,000 or more a month. Not being broke anymore, saying, you know what, we can live a healthy lifestyle in tandem with nature. We still have a monetary system. We can generate money and be abundant. We're not naming things good nor bad. It's all about your intentions. And if you go into the giving unity state that is required for us to go into that new earth, it's already happening. We went past the tipping point. We're in it now. We're over into that shift. And so you're going to see a lot of people that don't know what they are. And so we have to be the demonstration of that. Your message, you have to be the demonstration if you want to see the change in the world that you desire. You have to be it. You cannot blame anymore. You cannot say, that is this and I'm something different. It's just the finger on the body or the nose or the ear, but it's still part of the body. You can't keep chopping these fingers off, or else pretty soon you won't be able to pick up anything and feed yourself, right? Well, that's how everything works. It's all connected. And when we isolate ourselves from it, we chop that part of ourselves off. We are no longer as powerful and useful. That is part of the illusion. However, it's the game we must master. Your message is to go into all power, all activation of your magic. You guys know my new course, Activate Your Magic, is out, and I teach you that you can do this. Now here's the key to it. You ready for this? It requires 0 thoughts. You do not need to speak. You do not need to think. Thoughts are useful in certain situations, work, planning, things like that. But even then, you're not really having to think. You just know things. You just sense them. Try this today. See if you can go without thoughts, good nor bad. You don't have to name anything. You don't have to give it a title or give an opinion on anything. Just go with your frequency and how you feel. That's when we go into this super powerful state of being where we are using our intuition. We're not afraid of going into that lower frequency. It's not a threat to us. Those of you who say, I'm an empath and I'm going through this, horrible feelings. I said, well, okay, yeah. All right, you don't have to engage in it. And that's the human experience. Just you feel it. You know what it's like to be sad, to be afraid, to be depressed, to have loss, all these things, because you no longer engage in it. So you stop being the person with PTSD and anger or blame or a victim. You stop being all those things. You stop giving yourself the title of a sick person or a handicapped person or anything else, because that is not you. That is not the essence of you. It's a facade you're playing out. It's a role. You are equally powerful to anyone, including Christ. These things you shall do and more. That was demonstrated, and we don't want to believe it because we're told we have limitations, and it's blasphemous to show that we have that power. But you are the one, so you have to be that power. Everything else is the illusion. Enjoy it. Celebrate it. Be the best illusion that you can be. Are you ready to go into that space? You can do amazing things. My students are performing miracles, shifting their lives. I have people going through some of the most difficult situations, and they're telling me that they go into states of peace, and that when fear or, all the stuff that shows up as a human being, they watch it, they observe it, and they realize those are stories and triggers of a lower frequency that thinks that we have limitations. And if I told you right now you could do absolutely anything, would you have any fear? There's nothing that threatens you, nothing, because that other thing is you. It's a facet of you. It's the toe or the knee or whatever. It's just another expression of the one. And so anything you perceive as a threat is an illusion. You are eternal. Nothing can harm you. And even if you go into a physical situation that's very unpleasant, it's such a temporary moment in eternity. And you can get through it as long as you're not battling it. No more struggle against anything, except that everything has divine purpose. It is time to go into consciousness. Now you're going to see other people that they're going to argue and this is how things are. And I say, okay, it is. Because you get to choose your reality and what you believe. And I'm telling you right now, all things exist. All things are possible. You are unlimited. You are the unconditional love of the universe. And when you tap into that and you know it, things will unfold for you. You will live in a world that is transforming. And with all of its challenges, you'll see the beauty in it and how we can step up to the plate to be the positive change. And that we don't get that opportunity unless there are challenges. So when we recognize this, we have to grab it. Expand, go into creation, inspiration, write a book, take up art, help others, receive and give again, grow gardens, and get rid of all of the toxins and all the things in our homes that are really violating our natural state of being. And know that's who we were, but it doesn't have to be who we are now. Your message, consciousness, let go, no more thoughts. No more judgment. View and observe. Watch what unfolds for you. Watch what rolls in at your feet. Because you are the everything that you see and that you don't see. You ready to go there? Share this message, please. I hope you'll subscribe. And every chance you get to share my videos helps me get the message out and grows my channel, because this is free for you. These are free videos. I have Activate Your Magic that's out. It's advanced manifesting, and I take you through practices, activation, mastery, meditations. I have dozens and dozens of powerful practices for you every single day to take you in that state of the zone where at the conclusion of the training is to manifest with no thoughts. How's that possible? You know what you desire. You don't have to think about it. Because when you do that, that means the ego isn't talking anymore. There's no fears or rules or obstructions or barriers or limitations. They're gone. Because those are thoughts. So when we eliminate the thoughts, we go with our feelings and our intuition, and that is the higher self that you are right now. That's consciousness. You ready to go there? So you guys know, these are free videos for internet training. Go expand, learn some skills online. It's powerful. It's badly needed. We can communicate to the world through our skills online. So these are free videos. You can explore and see if it's for you. If it's not, you unsubscribe. No more judgment. Try things. Don't. Share. Don't. No rules. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.